Hi, I'm Cheryl Sudduth, and I'm a candidate in Congressional District 11. I'm running for Congress because it's time we focus on the real things that matter. I'm a mom, a sister, a friend, a fighter, an advocate for people with disabilities and wounded warriors. And most importantly, I am a member of your community. I'm that team mother who bakes snacks for after the game. I'm the organizer who makes sure that the school district doesn't close schools in needed areas for parents who lack transportation or who don't have the quality of education that their children deserve. I am the one who's marched through the streets of Contra Costa, Sacramento, and D.C. to fight for people with disabilities and to fight for our wounded warriors. Currently, I am a compliance director at Goodwill. I make sure that our workers with disabilities and our wounded warriors have good jobs with good wages to pay, and I make sure that all parties pay attention to the rules and that we're protected. Our main focus right now should be on making sure that our future for our children and their children is solidified. That can't happen no matter how good the economy is if we don't focus on education. Our children deserve a AAA education, the one that was promised to them, the one that was promised to us every time we pass a bill, every time someone buys a lottery ticket, and that promise has not been fulfilled. Our children need to learn how to think, not just regurgitate information. They need to learn the process of solving problems so that when they become leaders, we won't have this debacle that we have currently in our legislative ranks where people bicker, not fight, for the rights of the individuals. I want to make sure that regardless of demography, regardless of your social status, regardless of personal choices that you've made in your life, that your rights, your civil rights, your human rights are protected, whether that be immigration rights, whether it be cultural rights, whether it be freedom of speech or freedom of religion. There are some basic human rights granted to us as U.S. citizens. On top of that, there's some entitlement rights that many of us have earned through the years. We've worked long, solid hours. We've paid into the Social Security system. We've paid into the Medicare system. We've paid into the Medicaid system. Those should not be negotiable, and they shouldn't be simply washed away because our elected representatives forget about people who are no longer in their purview. These are rights that are earned, and these are rights that are due to our citizens. I'm really concerned that the focus seems to be on people's choices. We were granted free will as human beings, and our choices are not up for debate in the halls of Congress. What should be up for debate are those things covered by the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the entire Bill of Rights. We want to make sure that our nation is treating other nations fairly, that any of our foreign policy is equitably distributed. If one nation can't have nuclear weapons, then another nation shouldn't have nuclear weapons. If we're going to allow immigrants to come to our country from the east, the north, and the west, then the south should have those same rights. If we're going to allow people to have some type of aid to help them through tough times, then we need some parameters on that aid. The welfare system as it is not helpful. It's more lucrative sometimes to be unemployed or on that government assistance than it is to actually go out and find a job. We need to teach people the power of work because the power of work, along with a good education, is what will sustain our economy in the future. Without that, we will continue to import labor, we will continue to import intellect, and our children are faced with a very daunting future. I'm Cheryl Sudduth. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a fighter, and I'm an advocate. And I'm running for Congress in District 11 in California.